two of Asia's most iconic cities, two totally different travel experiences, Hong Kong versus Singapore. It's a question we get all the time, and today we're settling the debate. We're going to break down the costs, safety, transport, and visa rules to help you decide which destination is best for your next trip. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which city is calling your name. This is the ultimate showdown. We've set this up as a 7-round battle. For each round, we'll compare a key part of the travel experience, from your budget to the overall vibe, and pick a winner. The city that takes the most rounds will be our champion. And let's get into it. Let's talk money. Both Hong Kong and Singapore have a reputation for being pricey, and let's be real, they are, especially next to their Southeast Asian neighbors. But when you put them head to head, the differences start to show. First up, accommodation, which is usually the biggest hit to your wallet. For a mid-range hotel in either city, you can expect to pay in the ballpark of $140 to $280 a night, but that can swing wildly depending on the season and how far in advance you book. If you're on a shoestring budget, however, Hong Kong tends to offer more, if famously tiny, guest house and hostel options. A backpacker might snag a dorm bed in Hong Kong for around $25, while a similar spot in Singapore could be closer to $30 or more. So for pure, rock-bottom budget sleeping, Hong Kong has a slight advantage. Now, what about food? This is where Singapore really starts to pull ahead for budget travelers. The city's famous hawker culture is so important, it's officially on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage list. We're talking about a staggering variety of incredible meals. While rampant inflation means prices have been creeping up, you can still find legendary dishes for just a handful of dollars. Hong Kong fights back with amazing street food and its local Cha Chan Teng tea restaurants, where you can get a solid meal for a fair price, say 50 Hong Kong dollars to 80 Hong Kong dollars. The sheer value and variety in Singapore's hawker centers are on another level. As a very rough guide, a mid-range traveler might spend about $40 a day on food in Hong Kong, while in Singapore, you could get by on $30 to $35 if you stick to the hawker stalls. Finally, transport. Both cities have fantastic public transit that's efficient and easy on the wallet. A typical MTR ride in Hong Kong might cost between 4 Hong Kong dollars and 16 Hong Kong dollars, while a similar MRT journey in Singapore is about 1 Singapore dollar and 50 cents to 2 Singapore dollars and 50 cents. The costs are pretty close, maybe a tiny bit cheaper in Singapore, but it's not a deal breaker either way. So where does that leave us? Singapore gives you cheaper, world-class food. Hong Kong offers slightly cheaper beds on the super budget end. It's incredibly close, but for the amazing value and quality of food that can balance out other costs, Singapore just inches ahead. Winner, Singapore. When you're in a new city, feeling safe is a huge deal. The great news is that both Hong Kong and Singapore are two of the safest major cities in the world. Violent crime is incredibly rare in both places. You can walk around most neighborhoods, day or night, with a confidence you just won't find in many other world capitals. For solo female travelers, both are considered top-tier choices where you can feel secure. However, there's a difference in how that safety feels. Singapore is legendary for its strict laws. Now, the stories about getting massive fines for tiny things like jaywalking or not flushing a public toilet are a bit of an exaggeration in day-to-day life. But that reputation for order results in a city that is astonishingly clean. It's an organized, predictable, and reassuring place, which is perfect for first-time visitors to Asia or families with kids. As of mid-2026, the US State Department gives Singapore a Level 1 Exercise Normal Precautions Advisory, its best rating, but it's always smart to check for the latest updates before you travel. Hong Kong, while also very safe from street crime, feels more like organized chaos. You might encounter petty crimes like pickpocketing in crowded markets, but it's not a widespread issue. The city isn't dirty, but it has more urban grit than the almost sterile polish of Singapore. It's worth noting that in recent years, some Western governments have issued travel advisories urging increased caution for Hong Kong, mainly related to the broad interpretation of its national security law which is something to be aware of. This round is about safety and cleanliness, and while both are exceptionally safe, in our opinion, Singapore's pristine streets and the peace of mind that comes with its orderly environment are undeniable. It really sets the global standard. Winner, Singapore. Getting around a city smoothly can make or break a trip. And here we have a battle of two of the world's best systems. Singapore's Mass Rapid Transit, or MRT, is the city's backbone. It's a masterclass in urban planning, spotlessly clean, efficient, and super easy to use with all signs in English. The network is compact and gets you to almost every key spot you'd want to see. You can get a tourist pass for unlimited travel or just tap your contactless credit card. It just works flawlessly. Hong Kong's MTR is just as impressive. It's a massive network that connects the entire territory with incredible speed and frequency. Navigating with the must-have Octopus card, which you can also use in convenience stores and even on ferries, is a breeze. But this is where Hong Kong pulls ahead. The transport experience here is more than just the MTR. Riding the historic, rattling double-decker trams, the ding-dings, across Hong Kong Island is an attraction in itself. It's a slow, cheap, and charming way to watch the city unfold. Then there's the iconic Star Ferry. For just a few Hong Kong dollars, you can take that legendary trip across Victoria Harbour, which delivers one of the most spectacular skyline views on the planet. It's not just transit, it's a core travel memory. Add a huge network of buses and minibuses that scale the city's steep hills, and you have a transport system that is not only efficient, but also packed with character and iconic experiences. While Singapore's MRT is a model of perfection, we think Hong Kong's transport offers a more diverse, memorable, and adventurous experience. Winner, Hong Kong. This is a quick but crucial round. How easy is it to get in? For the vast majority of travelers, the answer for both cities is very easy. Hong Kong offers visa-free entry to citizens of a huge number of countries, typically allowing stays from 14 to 180 days, depending on your passport. Singapore is similarly welcoming, with visa-free entry for visitors from many countries for stays of 30 to 90 days. For most travelers from North America, Europe, Australia, and many parts of Asia, visiting either city for tourism is as simple as showing up with a valid passport. There's no long application process or steep fees for a short vacation. Because both cities are major international hubs with extremely tourist-friendly policies, there's no real winner here. Just remember, visa rules can change, so always check the official government websites for your specific passport before you book anything. Winner, Thai. So, what are you actually going to do there? Both cities are loaded with attractions, but they serve up very different flavors of fun. Singapore feels like a city of curated, man-made wonders. Its crown jewel is the breathtaking gardens by the bay with its futuristic super trees and giant climate-controlled domes. Right next door is the iconic Marina Bay Sands Hotel, where you can head up to the observation deck for incredible views. For families and thrill seekers, Sentosa Island is a whole resort world of its own, with Universal Studios Singapore, an aquarium, and water parks. Singapore's attractions are polished, modern, and just epic in their ambition. Hong Kong's attractions feel more woven into the city's stunning natural landscape. The number one must-do is taking the Peak tram up to Victoria Peak for that jaw-dropping panorama of the skyline and harbour. You can visit the enormous Tian Tan Buddha on Lantau Island, which involves a spectacular cable car ride to get there. Hong Kong offers a more raw, energetic experience with its chaotic street markets, like the Ladies Market and Temple Street Night Market. And here's the surprise. For such a dense city, Hong Kong is a hiker's dream, with amazing trails like Dragon's Back that offer incredible coastal views. There's a real sense of adventure here, from exploring outlying islands to finding quiet temples hidden in the urban jungle. This is a tough call. Singapore's attractions are futuristic and super family-friendly. Hong Kong's are more about epic views, raw energy, and nature. For the sheer variety of things to do, from buzzing markets to mountain hikes and island hopping, we think Hong Kong offers a wider range of experiences for the independent traveler. Winner, Hong Kong. Alright, prepare your appetites because this is a heavyweight championship round. Singapore's food scene can be summed up in one glorious word: hawker. These food centers are the city's heart and soul, offering a true melting pot of Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Peranakan flavors. This is where you find national dishes like Hainanese chicken rice, a deceptively simple plate of poached chicken and fragrant rice that legends like Anthony Bourdain raved about. You have to try chili crab, a messy, wonderful feast you eat with fried buns to sop up all that sauce. Then there's laksa, a rich and spicy coconut noodle soup, and char kway teow, a smoky, wok-fried noodle dish. The diversity, quality, and affordability are just incredible. Hong Kong, on the other hand, is the world capital of Cantonese cuisine. The classic experience here is dim sum, a brunch ritual of trolleys loaded with steamed bamboo baskets of treasures like shrimp dumplings and barbecue pork buns. Hong Kong is also famous for its roast meats, especially succulent roast goose with that perfectly crispy skin. You can find it in Michelin-starred restaurants or just grab a box from a local, no-frills joint. And you can't miss the cha-cha-and-teng culture with unique creations like Hong Kong-style French toast and silky smooth milk tea. So who wins? Singapore offers more cultural diversity and better value for the budget traveler. Hong Kong offers a deep dive into one of the world's great cuisines, Cantonese food, and in our opinion, reaches higher peaks of gastronomic excellence with its dim sum and roast meats. But for the sheer variety of distinct cultures you can taste in one place at such an affordable price, Singapore has the edge for the average traveler. Winner: Singapore. Our final round is the most subjective, but maybe the most important. What does it feel like to be in each city? Singapore's vibe is city in a garden. It's orderly, efficient, and incredibly green. The feeling is one of calm and control. Things just work. It's a harmonious, multicultural society where you can walk through Chinatown, Little India, and Kampong Glam and feel the peaceful coexistence of different cultures. The vibe is modern, polished, and futuristic. Some might find this a little sterile, but for others, it's a relaxing urban paradise. Hong Kong's vibe is East meets West on hyperdrive. It's a city of beautiful, energetic chaos. It's a vertical city where skyscrapers are crammed against mountains, creating a dramatic and sometimes overwhelming landscape. The vibe is gritty, fast-paced, and relentless. It's a city of contrasts. Ancient temples right next to luxury malls, neon-lit market streets under gleaming office towers. There's a palpable energy, a hustle that fuels the city 24/7. It feels less planned and more organic than Singapore, with a raw edge that's both exhilarating and exhausting. Look, this one is purely a matter of personal taste. There's no right or wrong answer. Do you prefer a beautifully manicured garden or a wild, energetic jungle? A city that calms you, or a city that electrifies you? For its unique, untamed, and totally captivating energy that you just can't find anywhere else, this round goes to the beautiful chaos. Winner: Hong Kong. Let's tally the scores. After 7 intense rounds, the final score is 3-3 with 1 tie. A dead heat, and honestly, that feels about right. Because the truth is, there isn't a single better city. The right choice is all about you and what kind of traveler you are. So here's our final recommendation. Choose Singapore if you're a first-time traveler to Asia, a family with kids, or you just really value cleanliness, safety, and things running smoothly. Go to Singapore if you're a foodie on a budget who wants to try a huge variety of cuisines, or if you love futuristic architecture and lush green spaces. Choose Hong Kong if you're an adventurous traveler who gets a buzz from energy and chaos. Go to Hong Kong if you love dramatic skylines, incredible hiking, and exploring gritty, authentic neighborhoods. If you're a connoisseur of Cantonese food and want to experience some of the world's best dim sum, Hong Kong is calling your name. Ultimately, you can't go wrong. Both are world-class destinations that will leave you with amazing memories. So, what do you think? Have you been to both? Which city gets your vote and why? Let us know down in the comments. We read every single one. And if you found this showdown helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next travel comparison. Thanks for watching and travel safe. If you enjoyed this comparison and want to see more, check out my other video on Mexico versus Brazil over here.